Okay, so let's just jump right in. Every single day, all of us, we walk right past these entire worlds that we just don't see. And it's not because they're invisible or anything, it's because we haven't learned to speak the language. We're surrounded by all these quiet conversations, these silent signals that just go right over our heads.
So, a cat and a supermarket. I know, you're probably thinking, what on earth could these two possibly have in common? I mean, on the surface, absolutely nothing. One is this creature we think we know so well, and the other is a place literally designed to be forgettable. But what if they hold the exact same secret to seeing all those worlds we miss?
The answer? Oh, it's everything. They can teach us absolutely everything we need to know about the art of just paying attention. But, only if we're willing to actually learn how to look. And we're going to start with the cat.
Right. We all love our cats, right? We think of them as these cherished companions. But here's where we usually get it wrong. We tend to treat them like they're just small, furry people. And that's our first big mistake, because honestly, they're living in a completely different sensory world from us.
Now, just look at that number for a second. 200 million versus our 5 million. Think about that. That scented candle that you find so relaxing and calming, for your cat, that's like being locked inside a perfume factory right as it explodes. Their whole reality is built on information that we literally cannot even perceive.
And because we can't perceive their world, well, we make mistakes all the time. We light those candles, we suddenly move the sofa, we figure, oh, they'll get over sharing a food bowl. To us, these are just normal, harmless things. But to a cat, they can be sources of this chronic, silent stress. And they don't complain, they don't lash out, they just withdraw. They go quiet. And this right here, this is probably the best illustration of that communication gap. The belly roll is maybe the single most misunderstood signal in the entire animal kingdom. We see it, and we immediately think, oh, that's an invitation, green light for affection. But what the cat is actually offering is something way, way more profound. And that's the key right there. It's a declaration of absolute ultimate trust. What they're saying completely non-verbally is, I feel so safe with you that I am exposing all of my vital organs. And what do? We reach in and start rubbing. And we completely violate that trust at the very moment it was offered.
So, how do you say I trust you too back to them in their language? Well, it's not with a direct, unbroken stare. In the cat world, that's aggressive. You do it with this, the slow blink. This is the proper way to make eye contact. It's this soft, slow closing and opening of the eyes that just says, hey, I see you, and I'm not a threat. It's basically their version of a smile.
And maybe the most heartbreaking detail in all of this, meowing. It's not actually a natural cat-to-cat language for adults. They literally developed it just to talk to us humans. So when their attempts to talk to us get ignored or misunderstood, they don't try harder. They just stop trying. They go quiet. Okay, now let's switch gears and go to a completely different world, one built on a whole other kind of quiet.
Welcome to Riverside Grocers. It might just be the most boring supermarket on planet Earth. The lights are patient, the shelves are perfectly full, and everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. Always.
To really get this world, you have to get its people. And this is Keith Dunn. His career is, well, a monument to predictability. He unlocks the same door, walks the same aisles every single day. The one vacation he took, he apparently spent the whole time just thinking about the supermarket, worrying that someone else was opening the store 5 minutes too early.
And this is his kingdom. It is not a place of excitement. Aisle 2 is literally just beige food. And the pasta section offers a thrilling 4 whole varieties of spaghetti. It's a world that has been completely stripped of all surprise. But if you look closer,
What looks like just mind-numbing boredom is actually a language. These tiny, almost obsessive little actions, they're not just tasks. No, they're a shared, nonverbal conversation. Every single corrected box, every perfectly aligned cucumber is like a sentence in this silent dialogue about maintaining a perfect, predictable system.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. What on earth does this obsessively ordered supermarket have to do with a misunderstood cat? It all comes back to the language. See, both of these worlds are speaking in signals that are so subtle, most of us would miss them completely.
so look at this. On the left, you've got this huge signal of vulnerability and trust from the cat. And on the right, you have this tiny, tiny signal of order and care from Keith. Both are nonverbal, both are loaded with meaning, and honestly, both are so easy to overlook if you're not paying close attention.
And this right here shows you the two possible outcomes. You can completely misread the signal and just violate the cat's trust, or you can correctly interpret the signal, just like Dan does with Keith's potatoes. He sees that tiny act of ordering the world, and he acknowledges it. He speaks the language, he gets it.
So here's the big takeaway. Keith Dunn, our quote-unquote boring supermarket worker, actually has the exact skill set needed to be a brilliant cat communicator. It's that patience. The patience to see the world not how you want it to be, but exactly as it is, right down to the smallest, most seemingly insignificant detail.
You know, this all boils down to one fundamental skill, the art of noticing. It's all about shifting your focus from the big, loud events in life to the tiny, quiet signals that are actually defining these hidden worlds all around us.
So how do you actually do it? Well, you start by just observing their space, what's normal for them. Then you respect that territory, just like Keith respects the layout of his aisles. Then you start looking for the tiny changes, the little ear twitch, the box that's moved just a couple of centimeters. And then finally, you acknowledge it, quietly. A slow blink, a simple nod. You show them you're paying attention.
Because really, this isn't just about cats or supermarkets, is it? It's about all of us, the people in our lives, the places we go, the pets we love. They are all sending out these quiet signals constantly, just hoping that someone will be patient enough to notice them. So the only question left is, are you?